Yo, what's going on, guys? And Alex Len's reunion with the Washington Wizards ended up being short-lived. However, he already has a new home in anticipation of him being put on waivers, according to Charania. And the report is that he's going to be heading to Indiana, which, let's be honest, that is kind of perfect for what Indiana needed as a result, since James Wiseman and Isaiah Jackson had both popped their Achilles. They traded away Mr. James Wiseman to Toronto, and he got put on waivers. And they brought in Moses Brown at one point to be some sort of relief for them. He obviously didn't work out for them. And they kept Isaiah Jackson. Seemingly, they decided between keeping James Wiseman or Isaiah Jackson that they want to keep Isaiah Jackson, as they have this restricted free agency, even though that James Wiseman did have an option for his second year. And if you look at the depth chart, now that you see a guy like Alex Len joining the Indiana Pacers, obviously I'd be lying to you guys if Alex Len was going to be a key contributor. But Alex Len is a guy who seemingly is a very good locker room person from all accounts. He's been told to be a good guy. He's only 31 years old. He has a 7'4" wingspan, 250. There's a reason why this guy was preseason #1 pick mock drafts before he was drafted. Ended up going 5th overall. He was a legit center. He just came into the NBA a few years too late, you could say. And that's what cut his starting days as a starting big man for a team. Nothing wrong with it. He's a guy for his career. He's averaged 17 minutes a night, 7 points, 5 rebounds, an assist a game, and just under a block a night on 51% from the field and 32% from three. That's another thing, is over the last few years, he's actually taken the opportunity to start shooting threes. I know with Sacramento, he was just buried in the bench, but he's a guy, if you saw what he did with the Wizards, really good pick and roll runner, very efficient, can run the dribble handoff, pass out the elbow or off the low block. And he's yes, he's a little slow at times in comparison to other guys, but he can hold his own. And for a team, as I said, Indiana, they just need depth, man. They just need depth behind Miles Turner. They just need a big body. And this is a team that already enjoys playing at times a little bit smaller because they like the pace. And they brought in Thomas Bryant, and Thomas Bryant and James Johnson are their only true bigs at the moment. And we all know James Johnson's just there as an enforcer. I literally had someone tell me that the reason why James Johnson was brought on was when they first started the retooling of this Pacers squad, they were getting punked, so they signed James Johnson basically so no one would mess with the team. And Thomas Bryant this year's actually been really efficient for them. He's averaging about a block a game, 4 rebounds, 39% from three, 53% from the field, and 7 points a night. And I've really enjoyed what he has done this year, as I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to be someone who could be a contributor at this point. A lot of people thought he was washed. I really like Thomas Bryant. I really just thought it was always just kind of an opportunity thing with him, that he just was obviously capable of doing what we thought, but it was just a lack of opportunity. He had been on multiple championship teams behind Jokic, behind AD, and behind this year Mr. Bam Adebayo. So it wasn't an easy situation in that right. So to me, I like the idea of Alex Len coming in there with Thomas Bryant, because now you got 3 bigs. Obviously Miles Turner. Now Thomas Bryant's your 3-and-D guy, and you can tell Alex Len, we're going to run pick and rolls, old school basketball. Rick Carlisle is going to like that, and just have a good locker room guy. You don't have to keep signing people. You have someone who's going to be competent enough to play the rest of the roster. Plus, the veteran contracts are prorated to the 3rd year of service, so the league pays So I believe he makes like $3 million, but they're actually paying him, I think it's $2 million or 1.8, and the NBA subsidizes the other half of it. And because it's the end of the year, I don't even think he gets the full thing because it's prorated for how many games have already been played on the year, which is even better if you're an NBA team, because that just means you don't even have to worry. So now, while you wait for Miles Turner to fully get out of the Alls, by the way, in the 2 games that Thomas Bryant started, he's averaged a pretty, you guys aren't going to believe this. 2 games, there was 1 game on January 8th and another on February 3rd, 15.5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals in those games. He played 26 minutes, and both of them were for the Indiana. Obviously, the game against Utah, he didn't shoot as well, but the game against the Bulls, he shot 56% from the field, 2 of 4. Like, this guy's a willing shooter, and I used to watch him in practice at the Heat practices. He's got a good stroke. Dude, I've always liked Thomas Bryant's game, but Alex Len, I really do think, you guys remember when they were running those pick and rolls with Mr. Robin Lopez and Alex Len and Daniel Gafford with Russell Westbrook? That was insane. So giving Alex Len, you got another 7-footer on this team to help out Mr. Pascal Siakam, who's been going crazy. I feel like Pascal Siakam's having the quietest All-NBA season ever. Absolute stud this year. And to me, yeah, that's one of the crazier things that I've enjoyed a lot with him. So what's your expectations and for this team in that case? By the way, Alex Len is a guy who I still can't believe he's only 31. It blows my mind that that's the case. However, definitely interesting. I knew he's been out with like the head injury, right? That's what I know he got knocked out the other game for that. Maybe precaution. Either way, definitely interesting. What else is there to point out? Oh, I wanted to see James Johnson does not play, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. He like plays 3 minutes a night. Like, he's not coming in the game. But if there was anything I might have missed, let me know. I think the addition of Mr. Big Boy Alex Len is going to be great. Especially, it's just you have now 2 quality reserves who are going to be able to come in and actually contribute as productive members of a team. Like, it's not trying to be rude, but like when you have Moses Brown, I love Moses Brown, but there's a reason why Moses Brown hasn't had a consistent role in the NBA, and Thomas Bryant and Alex Len both have. So it's just, you have guys who you know what to expect with them showing up, and I think that goes a lot further than one would imagine. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That like and subscribe button if you guys made it to the end of the video. Bye-bye.